want to not be on my I can't really sleep, what did I miss? Ex-strippers.
Alright, y'all, I just filmed a video that my dad kept interrupting, which is kind of annoying. Anyways, we're about to lie down because I really don't feel the greatest right now. And I don't think it's just allergies. Usually my allergies are just like some congestion, but not like a super bad migraine and stuff. So, yeah. I've been trying to drink juice and take my vitamin C and all that stuff. So, we're just gonna keep resting, I guess. Today, starting with this Love and Planet shampoo. I also use this damage preventing detoxifying shampoo from Softy. Then my Maui Curls moisture hair care conditioner. I used my EOS vanilla shave cream. And then my Tropic Glow sparkling gel wash from Tree Hut. Alright guys, we are finally off work, and technically I was like, here's the thing, so we're supposed to like wait for the parents to pick up their child, right? And my clients' parents are typically late, like picking them up every single time, but usually not more than like 10 minutes. So I waited over 15 minutes today, and I didn't get like any other Alright, good morning everyone. I just finished showering. I still gotta do my hair, but I need to eat some food because I have to be at work in like 20 minutes. Basically I keep going to bed a lot later, and then I get up I end up also getting up a lot later, so I've been kind of not having a lot of time in the morning to get ready, which is not great, but we're just gonna make a sandwich. I got smoked turkey and mozzarella cheese, and I feel like with my lunch meat, you have to eat it sooner rather than later because it goes bad, apparently. So So we're just trying to utilize the food I have at my house already. But the other issue is, I just can't be going to bed so late. So I went to bed at like around 4:30, 5 a.m. and I woke up because I set my alarm for 12:30. So I did get up at like when my alarm went off, which is an hour and a half before I have to be at work. But I guess this mayo's gone. I need to make a grocery list of what I need. But yeah, it's been a struggle getting up still. And I just hate it because I feel like I waste most of my day. The thing is though, I get a lot of stuff done like after 12 a.m. So I did like reorganize my room a little bit, and I'll show y'all. I might have to wait till I get home though, because yeah, that's like not even hardly any mayo on there. Oh, what to do. I'm not even like a big mayo person, but I don't like, there we go. I don't like dry sandwiches. So I'm like, it's gotta have a little bit more spread on there. Okay. And then I'm gonna go with spicy mustard today. But I do want to give y'all a quick update on my plants outside, because I've gotten some new growth I don't think I've shared with you guys yet. All right, there's my lunch. So sad. Okay, my house shoes that I was wearing. Ugh. Okay, so the other day I did have to pick off some spider webs that were growing on my plants, but look, I think that's cilantro possibly growing, or tomatoes, because I mixed cilantro and tomatoes in here. And then a lot more have sprouted in this one. So look at that. We've gotten a lot of progress. And nothing has sprouted from these small ones. I don't know if they're just like too dried out. I could be overwatering them, but they just seem like they're always dry looking in my opinion. So yeah, that's the update for my plant. I'm gonna go ahead and water some of the little ones a little bit more. Do a little bit over here. Ah! Oh my gosh, there was a spider on my planter. Y'all, I almost got a spider on me. All right, time to go inside. I don't like bugs at all. That's the only thing. I feel like I need like a greenhouse, or my dad just needs like that fence stuff around. Okay, let me go. I need to make up my bed. I also have a lot of trash I need to take out. I'm supposed to be getting a package I'm really excited about today too. But I have not received it yet. But let me make up my bed and then I'll show y'all the stuff, or I guess I should say changes I made to my room. It's pretty like subtle, but yeah, I think it makes it look a little bit better, I guess, in my opinion. I also, though, just have a lot more stuff than the average person. It's been a minute since I've made my bed, though, so hopefully this makes my room look a little bit more put together. Whew. Okay, that gives y'all a better view. I've also really been liking cinema roll. I have this cinema roll throw blanket over here. Okay, so I usually do and honestly, it's probably time for me to change my bedding because I've had this for maybe a month now, so we gotta get some new. And I still have like Valentine's Day blankets. Easter's this weekend. I guess this is my this is more of like a summer blanket, I would call it, than an Easter type blanket, but so let me refix this. So I don't really show this section in my room that much, but I basically reorganize the bottom levels. So I put this new storage basket I got from Target in and put like my overflow perfumes in here, so, and some new ones. And there's still room for a few more if I need to. And this has like my roll-on or travel sprays. This has a bunch of lotions. And this one also has some lotions, body mousse, and small size travel sprays. And then I already showed y'all this organizer. I got this on Shein, and I love it because now I can spin this around and pick out perfumes. This basket has like some randoms, batteries, Kleenex, and then I've kept this little jewelry there, but mainly this is what I added. And then I moved around this organization. This is all like overflow shadow palettes, so I have a bunch, and then like newer makeup. This is kind of like a junk drawer, not gonna be honest, or a junk basket. There's a lot of random things in here, but like useful things. Same with this one. This has like wigs, my empties. This has hair stuff. This is hair stuff. I have some claw clips. This is nails I've used but have extras for. So that's mainly it. Like this, I kind of reorganized. I guess y'all don't really know what it looked like before, but it looks a little bit cleaner in my opinion. All right, and then here's my outfit today, brought to you by Rue 21. We got these little pants and the top, both from Rue 21. And then my scent today is this Meet Me in Miami. And oh, I never showed y'all, I got this palette in the mail yesterday. It's from Hot Topic. It was a part of like a bigger order, but it's super cute. Has really pretty colors and a cute little mirror. So yeah, Oh, and I don't know if I ever vlogged this either. I've been bad at vlogging, y'all. I put up my little stitch light over here by my bed. And I ordered some like more stitch wall art because I want to have like a little stitch themed corner in my room, I guess. Just for like fun things. I don't know. So yeah, that's it. Alright, and I'm about to have to go to work, so I gotta fix my hair and all that stuff. Alright, I gotta quickly do my hair. So I've been using this What a Curl Once leave-in conditioner. I sprayed this in my hair already. I got this at TJ Maxx. And then this is my favorite leave-in conditioner. I get this at Target. They don't sell it. I have only ever found this one at Target, so that is pretty much the main thing I buy at Target now, because I don't go there that much anymore. And then look. So ever since I feel like when I straighten my hair, it lasted pretty much 2 weeks, but not really. Like, it was pretty much, my roots had sweated out within a week. So the best time for me to straighten my hair is probably in like the fall and winter when it's least likely to rain. But my curls have like, you don't see a lot of stretch to them unless I pull it out. But my hair natural is like so much more voluminous. Like, it looks like I have way more hair in its natural state than it does when my hair is straightened. So I wear my hair pretty much in the same 2 or 3 styles when it's natural, because I just don't like doing too much. I need to go grab my hair clip, sorry. So we're just using our big black claw clip, and I use this curl defining gel. It's aloe and coconut water. I only really put this on to smooth this front section in my hair, so that when I'm trying to slick it up, it lays a little bit flatter. Like, as y'all can see, like, that looks a lot better. And then you can do one of two things. You can either tie it with a scrunchie and wear it in like a ponytail or bun, which I could also do. Honestly, I might just do a bun today. And usually if I wear my hair in a bun, I put on a headband too. I was gonna clip it up, but I guess we're not. Last minute decided not to. It really just depends on the day. Let's find a headband. My headbands, I keep my hair stuff in like 2 different sections. I do have some in my bathroom, but I have more here. I'm just gonna put on this little pink one and call it a day. Alright, that's my hair today. Alright, y'all, my hair is done. I put on my jewelry. About to grab my things and go. Alright, y'all, I ordered some Wingstop. Because I really just haven't felt like cooking. But it also means I'm not going to my Zumba class. So here's what actually happened. I didn't eat. I made a sandwich earlier that I was gonna eat, And then I tried to eat it and almost threw up because it just was gross. I think my bread, the bread that I was using was just kind of expired. Like, it was hard and gross. Where the heck are my keys? So anyways, I didn't end up, I can't find my keys. Wait, I hear them. Here it is. Sorry guys, I ended up spitting out like the few bites I've taken. Here's the thing, like, I don't know what it is. I'm super picky about food sometimes, and if I'm not in the mood to eat something, and I try to force myself to eat it, I can't force myself to eat it. And like, sandwiches are a hit or miss for me, whether or not I'm gonna eat it. Hold up, my mom's calling. All right, I don't remember what I was talking about before. I honestly forgot though. I had ordered my Wingstop and was kind of dilly-dallying at home, so I left a little bit later than I normally would have to pick up my wings. Anyways, I also have a lot I'm trying to do this weekend. But you know what? I just realized it's fine if I do stuff on the weekend because I'll be off all of next week, I believe. And then Tuesday, I'm trying to study for my RBT exam. And honestly, I feel like a lot of this stuff is not really on my mind. So I took a practice test today. I did pass the practice test, but I was honestly guessing on a lot of things. And it's just like, I guess I'm good at making the best guess, but I'd rather not be guessing when I'm taking exams. I'd rather, like, I know for sure that I'm like comfortable enough with the material that I know things for sure. I think, is this what my dad's participating in? My dad was trying to do some motorsports event, extreme sports something. But anyways, my sister will be here for Easter, so I might try to do something with her. But my funds at the moment, they're not, I mean, it's not low because I have the money in my savings. It's just my money in my savings I don't want to have to touch. But I kind of have to because I'm behind on my budget because of missing like some days of work when I was sick. And then also I'm gonna have to do work next week to make up for the fact that I'm missing an entire week of work. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff I kind of got to figure out now for my week, and hopefully we figure it out sooner rather than later, because I don't want to have to feel stressed out about paying bills and stuff like that. Like, I know I'll be able to pay everything at the end of the day, but I really need to be sticking to a more strict budget, because that's why I'm really not where I want to be with my savings, even though it's more because of unexpected bills than it is because of like extravagant spending. I've had to pay almost $1,100. I wasn't planning on spending, wasn't in my budget, so I had to use my savings for that. So I would be further ahead if it wasn't for like those things too. So just gotta take everything one day at a time. But my goal is to save $1,000 a month. Like that's how much I'd like to be saving every month, $1,000. And I want to do that. I'd like to do that always, like consistently, but the only way my budget right now I can do that is if I'm making an extra $1,000. Well, I have to make at least an extra $800 a month doing something else. So I don't know, and that's the problem for me, like, because I'm still part-time. Like, I don't know, I just feel still kind of stressed with this job because I'm still not making the amount I need to be making to actually afford like all of my bills the way I'd like to. I just feel like things consistently fall through for me, and then I always feel like stressed out about things that I don't really want to be stressed out about. And it doesn't feel, I don't know when it's actually gonna be fixed or when I'll actually be able to like feel like I'm back on my feet again. Like it's hard to plan for things when jobs aren't working out, and I don't know, guys. I don't want to make myself get upset again about it because it's out of my control, but it's still frustrating because it's like I'm constantly having to stress about the same things because it's like nothing's actually getting better. Oh my gosh, the sun's freaking in my eyes.
2,000 years later.
Alright, y'all, we just did some skincare and I put on a face mask. So I'm gonna leave it on for like 10 to 20 minutes. Alright, guys. Definitely did not get enough sleep, but we still gotta go to work, and I maybe got like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. I'm hoping 5, because at least then I feel like I got enough sleep, but realistically I didn't. My dad drank the rest of my soda. Y'all, that's trifling. So, my client canceled their session today, so I'll be done at 12 today. Which I'm fine with because I was planning on going up to my mom's, so now I can actually do that sooner rather than later. Okay, let me just finish this juice and then we're gonna leave. Y'all, it's freaking 48 degrees outside. What the heck? Okay, I'm about to be late though, so I can't even go switch my jacket. This is almost like winter. See, my plants, This is why it's hard to grow crops in freaking Georgia, because it's too cold for my plants to survive in this. Y'all, I do not feel well. I'm cramping badly. I took my medicine. It's not kicked in yet. My allergies were bad. I had a hard last night. It's just been really hard for me to get to sleep. And so part of the reason I also don't want to go to my mom's is I don't always get a lot of sleep at her place, which also affects, you know, me. Alright, I made it to this class at least, so. Alright guys, I just got officially CPR certified, so now I can perform CPR effectively. I did not do that well on this exam though. I barely passed, which makes me not feel that great because, you know, I like to think of myself as a good test taker, but I feel like I've been kind of barely passing some of the tests I've taken. I mean, I got an 80, a B. It's not like horrendous, but the other girl got 100, so that made me feel bad. And the worst part is it was open book. It was open book, and your girl still did not do that great. But you know what? I passed. That's all that matters. So I was gonna try to do Instacart for a little bit because I need to make some money. My client canceled their session today, so I don't have that anymore because otherwise I'd have to be back at work in like 2 hours. So I don't have to be back at work now. And I'm also going to try to go to my mom's today, so for the weekend probably. I might come back tomorrow or Sunday, but probably tomorrow since my grandma's, I don't think I want to be back to do in time for Easter. So yeah, we have a kind of busy. I do have some errands I need to run. I gotta go to Walmart and do some returns. But yeah, this was my class I took, so this is good. Alright guys, so I got done all the stuff I had to get done for my day, basically. So now I'm either just gonna work in for a couple hours before I head to my mom's. I'm also supposed to be getting a package today, so did want to wait to get that, but we're gonna check on our plants real quick. All right, my cilantro looks like it's sprouted some more. Still no growth or signs of growth in any of these, and these are still going pretty good. I might water them since I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I know I planted something on this side and that's not growing. Oh, there looks like there's a little bit of something sprouting over here too. I did put on like some extra layers a couple days ago, so I just want to make sure there's not like anything else trying to poke out. But look, there's a little baby one over here too. So yeah. All right, y'all, I just accepted a $20 Instacart order. That should be pretty easy. I need to take my allergy medicine because, ciao. So I'm gonna try to make $50 today. And then I'm probably going to go to do Uber Eats tonight. Or possibly Uber. in Atlanta area, because I might make more doing it there. But it's not like a super hectic weekend or anything. I feel like the busier weekends would probably be like 4th of July weekend and stuff like that. But since I'm still part-time, I do think I get a little bit more flexible hours. And I also just have to make sure I study for my exam I'm going to be taking, because that also, me passing that means I'll start making more money and potentially will be offered full-time position with my current company. So I'll know pretty much after next week what's going on with that, and then I can like plan accordingly, because otherwise, y'all, we're gonna have to just start like getting more organized with my day. It was really hard getting up early this morning, so I set my alarm for like 8 a.m. so that I can make it to my CPR class, which is called BLS, Basic Life Support, which is what I ended up doing today, or this morning, for 3 hours. So now it's like afternoon, just around noon, and we are gonna do Instacart maybe until like 2 or 3, and probably just 3 hours. I'm just gonna try to make like 50 bucks and then go home, pack, maybe take a nap, and then head to my mom's, and then do some Uber Eats around there, probably from like another 3 hours, and try to make another 50 bucks. That way I make $100 today, and then just do the same thing tomorrow, while also trying to visit like my grandma and stuff. So, and then it's also Easter weekend. Today's Good Friday. I think I have a good Easter dress picked out, but we're not 100% decided on it. And then, okay, the only other errands I still have is I need to go to Walmart, and I think that's it. Just really Walmart, and Five Below, because I have a $5 gift card at Five Below, but I could also wait till tomorrow. None of the errands I have to run are things like I have to get done immediately. I can wait to do them at another time, so not gonna stress myself about that. I do feel better. I just have congestion because of allergies, so I'm sorry that I still sound so stuffed up right now. It's just my allergies, guys. And I'll feel a lot better once my allergy medicine I just took kicks in. Alright, I just finished my stop at Aldi, and the person I'm delivering to lives on base. So now I understand why I place, and they tip $10, because doing deliveries to the military base here is very inconvenient. Oh, I don't have my license. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. I'm not gonna be able to do this delivery. I don't have my freaking license because it got suspended. or not suspended, but I have a temporary license right now, guys. So I don't know how I'm gonna be able to deliver this person's groceries. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to figure something out. All right, guys. Thankfully, they were able to give me my, get me a pass without my physical license. It just took a while. So, we made 20 bucks from that order. It's almost 1:30. Hopefully, we get another one or two or three batches. I feel like should help me hit 50, but hopefully just easy ones. Myself some Dunkin'. I got a cold foam. I don't know, I might not have gotten enough creamer in it because I did only 2 pumps. And then it's almost 2 o'clock. I missed an order, so I gotta wait to get another one, but I'm gonna go to Five Below. And honestly, I'm probably only gonna work for maybe another hour because I'm tired, and also I wanna be home in time to get my package. So I have another TikTok shop order I'm waiting for. The donut is so good. I'm sorry, guys. This lady thought I was being nice and letting her in, but really I wasn't paying attention. Well, that's not true. I did actually stop to let her in. I don't understand why it's so busy at 1:30 Friday. Maybe people are just getting their lunch or something. And I got churro flavor sweetener in this, so let's see if it's good. It's pretty good, guys. And I didn't overdo it with the cream, so it's not like over the top. Dang, I did forget that there's a Starbucks over here that I could have gone to. But, oh well. Dunkin' usually has better deals, so that's why I end up going to Dunkin'. Alright, guys. Oh, look, they have little Hello Kitty eggs. That's cute. And these little peeps that come with the plush. This, surprised they have so much. These mushroom baskets really cute. So is this frog one. Ooh, and I like these, the blue and the pink one. So cute. Y'all, I can't decide which one of these I like. I think this little pink one, but the bear one's also really cute. These are so adorable. And then I have this one, bear in a cake. But I feel like I have a more pink aesthetic. But this topper does not match this cup, so someone must have switched it. I think I'm gonna get this one. I can't decide, guys. The bear one's really cute. Oh my gosh. These are so cute. Oh, and they have some hanging ones. And look, they have peach, strawberry, and oh, the strawberry one's kind of cute. And a cherry one. And then look at these glasses. These are so cute. So this is how I end up spending too much money in Five Below. I just find too much cute stuff. Alright, we gotta get out of here. Alright, this little snail desk light is also super cute. And they have a cat one. I have enough lights in my room. They have an LED shelf. Oh, y'all, there's too much cute stuff here. Y'all, they have Hello Kitty boba. I got 2 cans. And look, black sugar milk tea. So many cool drinks. Cactus water. It's only 25%. That's crazy. Alright, y'all. I was in Five Below for a minute because it took 3 cashiers to figure out how to process my gift card. Oh my goodness. So I had gotten like a $5 gift card after my I had like a in-store pickup that they canceled my entire order. So then I think I used to work with that guy. Bet you he's doing Instacart. But anyways, they canceled my entire order. So I wasn't able I bet you they live in that RV. They got them some Panera. There is like this mom and kids, and I was making sure they weren't like asking for money, but they were just waiting for the traffic to stop. Anyways, y'all, it took 3 cashiers because I was like, okay, like it says I can use it in store, like it has like the numbers. And basically the first cashier didn't know how to do it, and I'm like, she's like, oh, you have to use the exact amount. And I'm like, but how am I supposed to like have exactly $5 at Five Below with tax? Like that doesn't really make sense to me. So then I basically ended up using, like, I took off like some Hello Kitty drinks, and they totaled like $4.81, and then did it separately because they couldn't figure out how to like key in my gift card if it wasn't like less, like the cover, if it wasn't gonna cover the full amount of my items, which I was just like, it doesn't make sense. Like, why can't you just put in the gift card and pay the remaining balance? But something about like they don't have, I don't know, their system maybe is just like their POS is not advanced enough for that. Most places though, it's usually just like all you have to do is put in, like once you swipe your gift card, you pay the remaining balance. Like it's never been this complicated any other places that I've been. But she had to call her manager, and then her manager was like, okay, I'm not sure. And then she had to FaceTime this girl, and then that girl was able to show her how to do it, because she had to like manually key in the gift card. It doesn't allow you to scan it, even though like it said I could add it to, I was able to add it to my Apple Wallet, but I couldn't, it wouldn't scan like the gift card. I think it wants you to have like that physical gift card to swipe And she also said like their system doesn't take partial payments. I'm just like, is this the 50s? How can y'all not accept partial card payments? I mean, not even with card, but just like a gift card and then the remaining balance on an individual card. Like, that's not super advanced in my opinion. So yeah, I had to spend extra time working with that. So I haven't gotten another good order yet on Instacart. So it's 2:23. I think I'm just gonna head home now and maybe try to eat some lunch. I'm debating if I should like stop by the mall. I might get me some Sbarro, a pizza slice from Sbarro for lunch because they're usually really good. And I've only made 20 bucks, so I need to make at least 200 this weekend. So if I'm didn't make, I need to make at least $50 today, and then try to make 100 tomorrow, and then another 50 on Sunday. That's my tentative plan. And then I have all next week off. So as long as I make 200 this weekend, I'll be happy with that. And that'll put an extra 50 in my account and 150 in my savings. Essentially is how I'm gonna budget that. And then that will help me a lot as far as finally building my savings back up. All right, y'all, it was a $34 order, but you have to drive almost 50 miles, which if it's headed towards my mom's, I could do it. Let me go back, but I would have to go home, pack, and then try to do that order. And I don't want to risk, like, I'm not really prepared to do that right now. That's also the thing, like, the higher paying orders typically are just gonna be like a lot more mileage than it's worth, and then you'll be like scrambling to do those types of orders. It's so like nice though that I get like a nice break. Like if I had money to travel somewhere, I would like go to the beach or something. But to be quite honest, there's a lot of things I need to do at home, like laundry, switch out my closets, organize my back room. So I haven't been doing that stuff during the week, like over the weekends, like I would want to. So I've been slacking. So that's kind of like my goal for like this week that I have off right now, to catch back up on some chores. I need to do laundry, organize my closet, go through, do some spring cleaning basically. And it's the perfect time because the weather is getting a lot hotter. So I have a lot more I really need to get like my summer clothes out and put up all of like my warm weather clothing that I'm not really gonna be able to wear. Now that I'm at the mall, I'm like, do I really want to be here? There's just so many cars. I'm trying to think like what food I have at home though that I can cook. And truthfully, I don't really have an appetite to eat right now because I'm gonna have to go grocery shopping again. Like I have like freezer groceries basically, and that's it. So let's go see what we can find at the mall. And then I've been still sipping on my Dunkin'. All right, we're gonna give ourselves 30 minutes and then get home. Because I'm gonna try to be as quick. This automatic switch does not work at all. Alright guys, so far I spent money at Forever 21, but they had a really good sale. Where basically you got 70%, an additional 70% off of clearance. So I'll do a haul once I get home. Let's go to Aeropostale. I haven't been here in a minute. Alright, we are leaving the mall now. So it's almost 3:30, y'all. And so far I did not see any other like decent orders for Instacart, so we're just gonna go home. I did end up getting a pizza slice because I ended up spending more money at the mall. So I'm gonna go home and do a haul and then start packing to head to my mom's. I'm only gonna be there for one night, so I only need like a small bag. For tomorrow, I'm gonna be visiting my grandma, and my sister's gonna be there too. And then I feel like I'll probably get home later Saturday. So yeah, but tomorrow's gonna be super packed because my mom, I have to get up early tomorrow too because my mom wants me to go to this class with her at her gym. It is 81 degrees, y'all, and it feels like summer right now. This morning it was 48 degrees, which is crazy. Like at 8 a.m., close to 9 a.m. when I was heading to work, my car said it was 48 degrees. And then by the end of the day, it's in the freaking 80s. Like, this weather really makes no sense. Just finished packing kind of like my miscellaneous / laptop bag, and I spent a good 15 minutes looking for this, which I always put my chargers in. I try to be as organized as possible, and then actually I do need to adjust this bag, which has like hair supplies in it, and put some like leave-in conditioners in here. I have right now this hair mist, some accessories, this setting foam, but I need like my leave-in conditioners in here, so I'm about to go pack some and like some edge control stuff. All right, y'all, it's almost 5 o'clock. I'm finally leaving. I'm not gonna stop and get gas because I want to fill up in Noonan because gas is a lot cheaper over there. Oh, I'm glad I actually kept it. I'm glad I kept my jacket in my car because it might get cold tomorrow in the morning at least, so I'd rather have something. Okay, let's find my sunglasses. I'd rather have something in case it's cold in the morning. I kind of overpacked, but not really. I did only bring like an outfit for tomorrow, pajamas, and like mostly just essentials, but I also have a tendency to overpack. I also did bring some food so I don't have to like eat out all the time like I'm prone to do. Dang it, I should have brought a pack of my crackers because I could have made like turkey cheese crackers. I might turn around just to go get that, but I'll make a U-turn. Anyways, we're gonna be drinking our popping boba drink I got from Five Below a while back. Let's give it a go. It's pretty good. It's mixed berry hibiscus tea, and I did get some new drinks to try at Five Below. I'm gonna have to just wait to do that haul of what I got tomorrow, guys, because I definitely went a little bit overboard at the mall today. And then I also had gotten a bunch of stuff at Five Below. It's just so hard for me because their room decor stuff is so cute. And even though it's like, yes, I have a lot of home decor already, room decor already, it's just like, I just keep finding cute stuff that I want to add. So, and also I had my $5 coupon I really wanted to use, which was like mainly why I went to Five Below, but we definitely ended up spending closer to, no, I spent like 50 because I didn't use after my coupon, which was only $5, after telling myself I'm only going to spend 15. So yeah, and then I also did get kind of not bamboozled, but what's it called, caught up in the Forever 21, my Forever 21, because they had like additional 70% off, which they have like the best deals when it gets to 70% off. So, ooh, you know what else? I'm definitely gonna make a trip to my hometown tomorrow, like where I grew up, which was Fayetteville, Georgia. That's where my childhood home is. That's where I lived for the longest. Like, of all the places I've lived, I lived in Fayetteville, Georgia from 4th grade through my senior year. And like my freshman and sophomore year, my parents were also still there. So technically, for 10 years of my life, I was in Fayetteville, Georgia. But I've lived all over Georgia now, so I just say I'm from Georgia. All right, y'all. So I'm actually about to do an Instacart order really quick, and that hopefully I'll be done by 5:30 because it's 5 o'clock. It seems like a pretty easy one, and it's $13. That way I only need to make another 20 bucks when I get to my mom's, and I'm just gonna do Uber Eats to make that $20, because usually just about 1 or 2 orders on Uber Eats I'll make that amount. So that is our plan to hit my $50 goal for today. And then, like I said, I just need to make at least 200 this weekend to recoup like my savings where I want them to be, and also put money back in my actual bank account. All right, this is my order that I'm doing my delivery. Oh, y'all, it's so nice out today. I'm in such like a good mood, finally. I don't know why, but doing Instacart makes me feel like more normal than my other job. I think it's just because like I'm comfortable doing Instacart because I'm used to it. I forgot my back seat has all of my clothes and also a package I ordered, but it makes me feel like I'm back to normal doing Instacart. So that's one positive thing I can say about today. Oops. All right, guys, so I'm at $33 for the day now, which I think because I kind of wasn't working for like 2 hours, I probably would have or could have already made my $50 for today. But you know, I decided to do some shopping because I wasn't getting any orders. Anyways, I only have to make $17 more to be at 50 for today, so that's not bad. And hopefully doing Uber Eats, I can do that easily once I get to my mom's. And I don't really like working past 8 o'clock, so probably as soon as I get to my mom's, I'm just gonna drop off my stuff and then do like 1 or 2 Uber Eats orders and then just be done. Cause yeah, it's definitely a lot of work doing, actually Uber Eats is honestly less work than Instacart, and sometimes I make even more doing it than I do Instacart orders. So alright, y'all, I swear Racetrack is the best gas station of all of them. Why is this cord twisted? Okay. Select this one.
And of course the pump I tried to just use was broken. That's so annoying. So now I gotta go to a different line. Like, it wouldn't let me select the type of gas I would need to use, which is the E85. And literally now all of the pumps are taken. Are you freaking kidding me? It seems like now I'm gonna have to wait to find another. Here, this lady looks like she's about to leave. Get this one, hopefully. Is she leaving or no? Since you are not freaking leaving, like, what the hell are you waiting for? Y'all, now I'm freaking annoyed. At first I was happy, but the fact that my freaking... I always have the worst luck choosing pumps.
Changed my mind about this experience. Oh, so annoying.
2,000 years later.
Alright, I found some really cute shoes. Alright guys, I just finished up at Kohl's and was planning on getting Chipotle, but they are just uber packed right now. But I have to pee anyway, so I'm just gonna go inside. I finished at Kohl's though, and I got some really good deals, and I think I found a super cute outfit for Easter, and I will be showing y'all what I got tomorrow. I basically have a huge haul I'm gonna have to film tomorrow because your girl kind of went a little crazy today. But tomorrow I'm just gonna work, and Sunday I might do some work as well. All right, we made it to Chipotle. I usually order online, but today we are waiting in line. Y'all, so I literally did 2 Uber Eats orders today and made almost as much as I made on Instacart. So I got $31.50 for 2 orders because I got like a $14 tip. I swear to you guys, people tip more for Uber than they do for Instacart, which is crazy. And that's why sometimes I preferred, I will prioritize an Uber Eats order over an Instacart order because it's less work for more money. I think it's true though, for a lot of people are like, because groceries are a necessity, I think they're not willing to tip for you shopping all of their groceries. But when people are like already spending money like eating out, it's just like they are more willing to tip, I feel like, is usually how it works. So that's why I think people typically tip more. But I'm very happy that I made $31, so I actually made $60 today. So $10 more. Well, actually I made $64. So I made $14 more than I was planning to make. And then tomorrow my goals is to make at least 100, but I think I want to try to make 150 if possible, because Sunday on Easter, I'm like, do I really want to be doing Instacart Easter Sunday? But I'm gonna have a long day tomorrow if I do try to make 100, because I'm gonna do Instacart in the morning through afternoon, and then switch to Uber Eats around dinner. Because really between like 5 to 8 is when I make the most doing Uber. So I was gonna do Instacart from like 11 to 3, take a little break, and then do Uber from 5 to 8. So that's like what, 4 plus 3, that's like 7 hours. So hopefully in 7 hours I can make at least 100, but hopefully 150, because I really need to get money in my savings, and my savings is all right now coming from doing Instacart. So if I'm not doing Instacart, I'm really not saving money right now. So yeah, that's kind of like my main goals. And also, you know, it adds up. Like if I make at least 100 a week doing Instacart, and I put all of that into savings, that's $5,200 I'll have saved. So that's kind of like my main motivation. And then if I'm doing $200, that's doubled. So that's $10,400. So that's why I'm starting to be like, okay, like my Instacart money needs to be like money I'm putting in savings, and not money like I'm spending on things that aren't necessary. Also because like my job, with my part-time job right now, it covers all my bills, but once I switch to full-time, I'll actually be able to save more, because my goal is to save $1,000 a month until I get my own place. And I'm not gonna be able to move. I don't want to move out until I have at least $5,000 saved, was my other goal as well. So we are only 3 months into the year, so I still have 9 more months to save up. My minimum savings goal for this year is $10,000. So if I keep up with saving $1,000 a month, then I should easily be able to hit my savings goal of $10,000 for the year. So that is my tentative plan. Now, as we all know, not a lot of my plans. Ooh, I think I'm gonna go to Crumble. I haven't gotten Crumble in so long, y'all. I definitely should have. Let me see if this one's even still open. Not me getting distracted. Crumble's open pretty late too. They're open till like 11. I just got Chipotle, and the girl made my bowl so good, so I'm super excited to eat this, y'all, because what did I even eat today? I had a toaster strudel this morning, and then I had some Dunkin' while I was out, and that's it. And all I had from Dunkin' was a donut, a glazed donut, and then I got my drink. So I really didn't eat lunch or anything. I've kind of been doing unintentional intermittent fasting, which is good for me personally. I know some people have their thoughts about intermittent fasting. I personally like it and feel like I benefit from it. And then this Wendy's, I want to try the orange creamsicle frosty. Y'all, I'm just hungry, and now I want to eat everything I can see. But I do actually want to try the orange creamsicle frosty, because I saw that they had it when I was getting my Chipotle. But the Wendy's I was close to at the time had a very long line, but this one doesn't have a long line. So I'm like, should I treat myself to that tomorrow though? Maybe I should wait. I'm not gonna get Crumble and Wendy's. We'll treat ourselves based off of if I make the amount of money I want to make, and that's usually a better way to do things. All right, Crumble. My first time getting Crumble in a very long time. All right, guys, we're about to try some Crumble cookies today. All right, we're gonna try carrot cake. That looks good. All right, we got our carrot cake cookie. I can't wait to try this. Y'all, you know what I forgot about this area is, like, they don't have a way for me to make a left turn. I have to go all the way down to, oh, thank you. I have to go all the way down and around back out to get to a light. I used to live in this area, so I feel like I can still get around without really having to use maps, but when I'm doing like Uber deliveries, I have to use my maps, because if it's a place, especially if I'm going like a part of this city I've never been, and Noonan, where I am right now, is like actually a pretty big city, so I know like some parts very well and other parts not at all. So I know where like all of the main like stores though are for the most part, so I get around okay. It's so crazy because I know it's Friday, but it feels like a weekend. You know what, guys? I'm actually really looking forward to this week because, one, I have it off. I know I'm going to be able to get a lot of stuff done, and also can work a lot, catch up on a lot of the work I need to get done around my house. So I'm just extra excited that I actually have time to do things next week without having to feel like I'm stressed. But I'm gonna have the same goal for next week, since I'm going to be out for that week, because my client's not going to be there unless they call me in to like cover. Basically, I am going to have to do like Uber Eats and Instacart and stuff that week to make money. And I might see if I can visit my sister in Savannah during that time, because I can probably make a lot more doing Uber or even Instacart in where she lives, around where she lives, than I will in Columbus. And that way maybe have like a little mini vacation, since I will be, actually no, I feel like I need to stay in though, because I have a lot I need to get done. But also, I wouldn't be able to visit my sister probably until like Thursday or Friday, because I just have to take my RBT exam in Auburn on Tuesday, and I have to do that early in the morning too, so I'm like, I'm gonna have to wake up. So Monday I'm probably not gonna really do anything, get as much done, because I'm gonna be wanting to study, and I'm gonna just study a little bit tonight, like take some practice exams, because really I feel like I haven't been testing that well. Like, I feel like I used to be a decent test taker, but recently I don't be feeling like I'm very smart. So yeah. My Soap and Glory combo, the scrub and the creamy shower gel, which smells so good. And then this conditioner to co-wash my hair. And then I put this Curl Envy cream and just braided my hair because I just finger detangled it in the shower, so tomorrow I can do like a cute like braid out. And then we used our Tropic Glow body cream again. I love this deodorant, it smells so good. And then the Xoxo fragrance as well. So I'm about to just put on this like face cream from First Aid Beauty. I've never used this before, but I'm struggling opening this because I just put lotion all over my body. So this is the Ultra Hydrating Repair Cream. My face has been pretty dry for a minute, so we're just gonna slather some of this on. And then I already also put on my Laneige lip mask. So the only other thing I want to do tonight is my toenails need fixing. So I brought this nail polish to paint them. This is the LA Colors Gel in Jazzy. And then I'm gonna do an accent toe with this sparkle color called Hidden Treasure. So I just gotta finish taking off my nail polish, and then my fingers are probably also gonna come off. But actually I don't think I have nail glue to take that off, but we're gonna try to do that before I go to bed too.